Hey there, folks. What is going on? I'm out here at my man cavern this afternoon. Finally got around to putting my wood stove in. So now I'm all set for deer season and winter and the election apocalypse that's coming up on Tuesday. This thing might get cray-cray. Lots of nutty people out there, but anyway, I'm just over here making sure nothing catches on fire while I'm doing a little trial run. But speaking of the election, I'm always disappointed at how many Christians stay home and do not vote in the elections. And you know, if every Christian got out and voted, you'd only have to worry about politics like one day every 2 years, first of all. And then another thing Christians, I hear them say is,
well, I don't want to go and vote because then it's like I'm voting for the lesser of two evils.
which brings me back to my first point. If Christians would get out and vote, you wouldn't be voting for the lesser of two evils, because more Christians would run. But even if you are, you know what happens if you go out and vote for the lesser of two evils? And the lesser of two evils wins? Well, you have less evil. It's just common sense. Now, but what does the Bible say? Would the Bible tell us to vote? Well, 2 Timothy 2:1-2 says, first of all, then, I urge that petitions, prayers, intercessions, and thanksgivings be made for everyone, for kings and all those in authority, so that we may lead a peaceful and quiet life in all godliness and dignity. So if God wants us to pray for our leaders, wouldn't He also want us to help elect them? And I think certainly so. Jesus said in Matthew 22, then He said to them, give then to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. And when they heard this, they were amazed. And, you know, at the time, you know, Caesar was the Roman emperor at the time, so Jesus was telling them that they were to pay their taxes, and you've all heard people use that verse to pay your taxes before, and, you know, high taxes are actually, according to the Bible, a judgment on ungodly nations, but that's a message for a different time. But it's also a way of saying He wants us to support the work of God. And as good citizens in our government structure here in the USA, we should not leave the operation of government to ungodly men and women. So how can we prevent that? Well, one way is to use our one vote wisely. Whenever you go to the voter's booth, which you need to do, ask yourself which candidate has a voting record for upholding biblical principles. I know a lot of people try to turn these elections into, you know, popularity contests because we've all watched too much American Idol and Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelorette. No, it's just a big competition on who said this or that. And, you know, I know both candidates for president have said a lot of stupid things in the past, and you're not going to get around that. We all have. But who is going to uphold biblical principles? So, vote for the party with the biblical values or the candidate with biblical values, and that you'll have to decide for yourself. And anyway, hope you get out and vote on Tuesday if you haven't already. That's your front porch devotion for this weekend. See you later.